This is part 14, More Business College. This is my seminar. I left off on, again, like at the beginning of my documentary or my seminar, to give you an understanding of what you're looking at in a work business and why is it hard to get out of that. Even get the idea of everything that goes into it. And then I'll briefly say, two things. This is something that just popped into my mind. Again, when I'm saying there is a carbon fiber bulletproof glass that they can make now that is similar to the same shields that are used in prisons. And this can be used to shield the Marine in a desert combat or where they don't have any cover. And I talked very in length to my father in 2010 based upon a 60-minute episode that I saw that men were taking live fire and they didn't have any cover for them, and what would be effective and what is out there that they can make. But I want to say this. Would there be a way, because I had thought about that before and talking about my experience in the early 90s, is there a way you can break it in two and then you can sit on it, meaning that the driver and the aid driver can sit on it in the event that a bomb explodes from the bottom, which was my concern when I used to drive a combat Humvee in the military, of what's going to take that impact, because it's going to blow right through the bottom. I don't know how they're making the vehicles now, but that was my concern. With the sandbag was not going to stop that blast, but they could sit on it and then they could attach it, and then when leaving the vehicle it becomes a two-part shield. They could also split that and carry that and be much lighter, but it's going to be light anyways. That type of material is extremely light, man, so it will be light at one piece. But if you could split it, sit on it, and then put it together and carry it in two, and no, I don't know. Well, no, I don't like that. I don't like the idea of two Marines carrying half of, and then if they take fire, it's just not enough. No, it should probably be one piece. Because what the Marines would do is just break it and say, you carry one, but you're not supposed to break it apart, and then they get fire, and then they don't have the cover that is necessary. Remember, it would be the same length as the ones that the prison guards use in prisons. But I don't know. That's something to think about. Because I was always wondering, what are they going to sit? They have to sit on something. Or to make something similar to that is smaller, that they can sit on in the vehicle. So when that blast happens, like what happened to that JR that was on the Dancing with the Stars, when that blast happens, you're sitting on something that is that buffer, that is bulletproof, that would stop that type of shrapnel, or at least block the blast. So I'm coming up with other things that I'm thinking of from just having that shield. That's something that you can make, and it would create that. Remember, that driver has nothing to protect him or whoever's sitting in his aid driver. So this stuff has to be it has to be discussed. So I'm glad I wanted to cover that. But one thing that I covered it in another video, but I didn't post that video. Was on, I saw a 60-minute interview also in 2010 on the Nation building. What they did is they made a bunch of uniforms, billions of dollars worth of uniforms that came from a company that was a Republican company that made the uniforms. To basically, when we're paying for that with our taxes, and to go to the military police force, the Afghan police. And then, so they're wearing a really nice uniform. You should see these guys. They're wearing a really nice uniform. They have a weapon. It's like, I think we paid for those weapons. And they're going out and basically not doing their job. They're shaking down merchants for money. And it's like, oh my gosh, man. But you're giving them uniform, and they have, oh, I lost my blouse. Where's your blouse? I don't know. By selling it. I mean, my thing is, it's like, I understand the idea of nation building. I understand the idea of it. We didn't do a good job of doing that. And I could see by that and by the accounts of the generals that it just didn't work properly.